My girl, she got a gun in her hand, and she keeps one in her man. Baby girl, I know what I did. You ain't gotta run your mouth.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Here is my own little attempt at a New Year's Eve makeup tutorial, and we're going to be doing a purple glitter smoky eye, and of course we're going to be working on another beautiful model of mine. So to start off, I'm just prepping her brows, and then I'm going to start by filling them in with my brow waist in chocolate.
Everybody gets to see, yeah. And every time we leave this spot, you know I get to see, yeah.
Once I'm done outlining the brows, I'm going to be going in with my MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NC35, and this is about 2 shades lighter than her skin tone, and I'm going to use this to clean underneath her brows. Next, I'm going to be using my brow powder duo in chocolate. I'm just going to use this to fill in anywhere I feel needs more work. And then once I'm done with this, I'm just going to use a concealer the same shade as her skin tone to clean up the top of her brows.
Tonight just go all the way with me, all the way with me. Tonight just go all the way.
To prep her eyes for eyeshadow application, I'm going to be using my Inglot gel liner in number 77, and this is going to be acting as the smoky base for our eyeshadow. For her first transition color, I'm going to be using my ABH Contour powder in Orange, and I'm just going to blend this above her crease. Next, I'm going to go in with Makeup Geek's eyeshadow in Frappe and Cocoa Beer, I think. I'm going to mix these two colors together and use them as her next transition color. And then once I'm done with this, I'm going to be using my Makeup Geek's eyeshadow in Corrupt. I'm just going to apply this all over where I applied the gel liner base. I'm going to be going in with Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow in Beauty Mark. I'm going to use this to softly blend out the black eyeshadow I've just applied. This is a very nice, like plummy, purpley browny kind of color. So at this stage, I'm just going in with the black eyeshadow and I'm just blending it out with some of that Beauty Mark eyeshadow. So once I'm done doing this, I'm going to go back in with the two Makeup Geek's eyeshadow and I'm just going to use this to further blend out the purpley eyeshadow I've just applied. And then finally, I went in with the ABH Contour powder to kind of like soften everything out. I'm going to be taking Makeup Addiction's Flaming Love palette, and I'm going to be using this purple shade called, I think, Amethyst, and I'm going to apply this all over her lid, and this is going to serve as a base for the glitter we're going to apply next. Now I'm going to use these two Ben Nye glitters, and I applied some glitter glue first, and then I'm going to be applying the glitter very like gently and sparsely all over her lid. I'm so sorry guys, my ginormous head kind of like blocked some of the glitter application, but I'm just like pressing this very softly onto her eyelid. Next, I'm going to go back in with some more of that purple because like the glitter was looking more silver than purple and I didn't really like that. Taking my NYX Jumbo pencil in Milk, I'm going to be applying this onto her waterline. I'm going to be using this instead of a black liner pencil because I'd like her eyes to appear bigger and more doll-like. And then next I'm going to be using my Inglot gel liner in number 77 under her lower lash line. I just need your attention, baby. I'm going to go in with some of that black eyeshadow I used previously. I'm going to use this to set the gel liner I applied onto her lower lash line. And then I'm going to be taking my ABH Beauty Mark and Makeup Geek's Cocoa Beer eyeshadow, and I'm going to like smudge this onto her lower lash line just to make the eyes look more sultry and more intense. And then I'm just going to be lining her eyes with some Inglot gel liner, and I'm doing a very like simple winged liner because gel liner doesn't really show that much on smoky eyes, so I kept it pretty simple. Onto the face, I'm going to be priming her face with my favorite primer ever, and that's my Becca Poreless Priming Perfector. And then I'm going to be using my favorite foundation ever, which is my AJ Crimson Duo Skin in number 4.5. Just apply this all over her face, and I'm going in to buff it in with my foundation brush. To highlight her face, I'm going to be using my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Ginger. I'm just applying this to the areas of the face that I'd like to highlight, and then I'm going to be going in with a damp beauty blender to blend this out. To contour her face, I'm going to be using my ABH Pro Concealer in Chestnut, and this I think is equivalent to MAC Sender B45 shade. I'm just applying this around her face into the hollows of her cheeks, and I'm also going to be going in alongside the bridge of her nose. Once I'm done contouring and highlighting, you guys already know I have to go back in with my foundation brush and blend everything together, and then to set her highlighted areas, I'm going to be using my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. For the rest of her face, I'm going to be using my MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish in Medium Deep.
My girl, she got a gun in her hand.
I'm just going to go in with some of that setting powder I used to reverse contour her face slightly, and what this does is basically make your contoured areas stand out more. And then to contour her face, I'm going to be using my ABH Contour powder in Havana.
You know I got a special spot to help you remember me. And every time you leave this spot, you know I get to see. She's bright like an electric bulb, so everybody gets to see.
For her blush, I went in with my The Balm's Cosmetic Blush in Frappe Boy, and this is a very pretty kind of like flushed peachy pinky kind of blush. It's very pretty on lighter skin tone. And then I'm just going back in with my powder brush to dust off any excess powder off her face. For her glow, I went in with my Melanie Mills Radiant Dust in Bronze Glow, and this is a very pretty highlighter on any skin tone really, and I'm just applying this to the areas of her face I want to glow up. And this is pretty much a face done now. I'm just setting it into place, and then onto the lips, I'm going to be using my MAC's Lip Pencil in Spice. For her lipstick, I'm going to be using my MAC's lipstick in Creme Cup, and I went for this very natural pink flesh tone shade because I wanted the lips to be very subtle and I didn't want anything to overpower the eyes because I wanted the eyes to be the center of attention. And every time you leave this spot, you know I get to see. She's bright like electric bulb. To gloss up her lips, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Brilliant Gloss in Luminous, and these are like the only lip glosses I keep in my makeup kit. They are amazing. And then to clean up around her lips, I went in with some of that foundation that I used on her initially, and I'm just going to blend this in and then set it with some makeup powder. Onto the eyes, I'm going to be using my Eyelure Definition Lashes in number 126, and these lashes are so pretty. Like, they were so perfect for this makeup look because they just kind of give that edgy yet pretty look. I'm just applying some liner into the lash band, and then I went in with my Maybelline Great Lash Mascara and I just coated this onto her lashes. So guys, we have come to the end of this tutorial. Thank you all so much for dropping by and staying tuned. Thank you all for the love and support you've showed me in the last year. I've had an amazing 2016 and I'm looking forward to an even more amazing 2017 on YouTube. And here's to wishing you all a very happy and prosperous new year ahead.